ta follow le telela lafta nga follow demendo coming yasata nyaming hani bi APRC la call kono tumando bato ila kachal men kake platform to lalto ini mol ka nyomo ila hani bi patio kono la fake nyini nga men na kacha nyindari specifically what is it that you are hearing ibe mun moy kan APRC patio dingol bulu about Yahya Jammeh nyina ko do you think that they really believe that genuinely that Jammeh is going to come, is going to return in about 10 days or in this month because we have like 10 days left.
Ha, so nte kame moy party to, aning amang keko nkame moy drone them. Party supporters all be busy in neka preparation all ke pour nim President Jammeh nata. Mba bendu na nyameng, mba jia la nyameng, mansa kundanim President Jammeh be doko kenola nyameng going forward. Bo bebe ke kanne konoto APRC konoto aning ngalom fanang APRC molso to la mele alonko maybe ni masakunda be diamo kam mawolong bare supporters all ya believe le 100% ko President Jammeh binala le lungo menna binala ana binala nyamen ma wole long because President Jammeh ma for APRC dingol ako ni wato fongo sutiata nan aba fola supporters all ye ala tama nyabe kala nyamen lungo menna bina wato menna bina bare President Jammeh momenti amanke ko mome yalan ko asenano tenting multa kalam talabe kolyala sa keno barabe kolyala le because ni keta mansa kewti sinya killing e keta mansa kewality for faw bo buka boyto and banko keta dame mansa kewti for adiate le bang fa ku yate le bang it all be secure for the rest of your life itata dulad la mansa kondame mbije wala be security provide la na keta official duty fanandila it all be taman nyani fengol be dile la bo APRC supporters all believe 100% ko President Jammeh bina because among mullahi defender amanna ke bare yalo quand même fo moka fole ala fanan kala doku kele on the other side and ala la doku le kala bang bo we 100% believe ko abinala le before end of November
but Lamin lafake nyininga damendo allow believe alias sembe menna because this is not the first time that nga kankularo moy ko Yahya Jammeh binale this was way before janin karte fo be silon 2021 jenung sinya Jammeh welcoming back aso build the data bengol sorta and everything so I just want to understand if you can help us and the listeners purka understand membe mutaring patio dingol bulu ninko patio dingol I'm talking about APRC why do you think it's different this time?
It's different this time because wotumo molle kawuli non nek e ka foko President Jammeh bina nkatala welcoming homecoming rally le organize nkatala nyinne rally le organize kata ka fo ECOWAS African Union ani UN ko President Jammeh nyanta nala le al nyanta silo bondila le but President Jammeh fango nene ma fo moye that time ko ha binala le in August wala binala le in December and then ma fo no moye before this is the first time ate fango dia mota ko mole ko binala le before end of November ya moyle but that's why this time round supporters all even man ke APRC supporters all many Gambians are energized ya mo ko binala rek dula be jijata one time so the difference is what more ntolle ka wuli nun ka fako mbitala homecoming rally organize la mbitala nyim program sifa organize la bo President Jammeh fango nene ma fono moye ko binala le nyin kari nangam nyin date nangam and then ma fono this time round it's different because ako before end of November bina but President Jammeh mo hada madingol ning Adam Barrow ka ko okay sang Dakota ko bina bare pour que la security dada nyama anila accommodation you have to wait till the 5th of December wala 15th of December abe batunale you understand le because adiata President Jammeh amandia President Jammeh adiata Adam Barrow amandia Adam Barrow President Jammeh mo Gambia dingolati bankute dunia kono that turns away their citizen if you do it you're doing it illegally because citizen nyinta kenola statement nae anything keme mandia then you can sort that one out you say ojube no yo bo nako abina because of our status momenti bankola nyantolem pour ka receive peacefully ka security provided and until they mena it only fengo fen sort of President Jammeh to until that day ya moy ko court ko the jury ko guilty fengo fen mo ex presidential benefit as enshrined in our constitution, so this time around, Molia believe Bakele because of President Jammeh Fangolafo. So that's why preparation will be caring for receive Nanata. Thank you.
Okay. Ibrahim is going to come in a bit with a question. I just want to press you on one point that you mentioned. You mentioned that Gambia Dingolemu, he has the right to come back. I think there's no dispute about that. The fact that Gambia, if you want to come to Gambia, the doors should be open. But you can understand that Atala case is slightly different in the sense that just like Yahya Jammeh, he's the former president, and that there are very serious allegations against him. Coupled with the fact that we had a truth and reconciliation process me alonko kujamale beje many alonko jamme man songala aman nimiso express about them. So I guess that's one thing that I wanted to seek your opinion on before Ibrahim comes.
Tonyale allegation all ketale allegation all bijele still Mansakunda can still investigate or advance those allegations on. Is after no President Jammeh ko afota janne ko itele nyinne ke woto mbe charge la for XYZ. Womo Mansakunda la prerogative lati. Yeah. Okay. Yo womatin na President Jammeh tina hanna ketala passport expire mo se travel no by travel document o kadadale in the space of 30 minutes 1 hour. Yo so allegation on nata ilafta ka o landia nyato. They can do that. But reconciliation on nanata complete la nim platform man provide President Jammeh fango si animole kacha. So President Jammeh na is another opportunity. Nakita more lafta to bring a closure to ala case sol. Barole nyantala na facilitate la aina ya si ya kacha. Whether they're gonna have an interview with him like they did to other witnesses. Foi ba kela kudo letibang. I na dorong animole kacha, then we take the country forward. Na it's almost like hanna kita alia trial in absentia. Wo question no better like yelha ya samba court la atareja. Jumale alon fo ya tapalele tamandi o court case to for manket ya tamanda nyamale. Those questions will still linger. So na kita reconciliation no nyim puru mole full reconciliation soto. President Jammeh na lebo sabu nola. Reconciliation yake moja mala case ni membije was a close no.
Ibrahim, go ahead.
Yes. So I mean baraka bake lafe nyinin kalale obviously yalo ne loi karanne ntenga loi domanding karanne aning uncle Mbaye fanam bija loi fanam karan domanding kel. Ndeni be yalo nako at the end of the day fanam Jammeh ko is very critical, but also the concept of reconciliation cannot be a substitute for justice. You get very clearly ko Jammeh coming Mansakunda abelalo blokono, but Jammeh represents for some people Jammeh, especially alleged victims, he represents trauma for some of those people because of some of the allegations ko ay minke wala dol fal father dol bal father karam da dinol minke to kudo anin kujama dal allegation, and for some people, some segment of the society dol bije Jammeh hani bi babile mansalemadi molo mi yalonko ilaftala le kendeke. So let me how do we reconcile these two? That on one hand, to hold Jammeh accountable for the alleged violations and in two, also in competing stakeholders, including APRC supporters, lafta Jammeh la kendeke lafta la sen and Gambia.
Yeah, so first and foremost, Matinga dati Jammeh la fenkoto combien même for victims sol bijele modul lafitala mol lafita justice la modul ba support can still so nga Jammeh la ko jube nyameng. Let's start with security situation because nga mol ka foko ala na is a security threat. 100% understand trauma. The victims Melia Lonko, they're genuine victims of his government, and government is to know Melia Lonko, you will not have victims. But genuine victims of his government, they will have trauma and totally understand that having done personnel management and manage people all my life since childhood. I know for a fact ko bad experience soto that emotion is reinforced much stronger than a positive experience sometimes. It can follow ko emotional experience, if it's negative, in for the rest of your life, most of it. So with those victims, 100% sympathize with, because it will be disingenuous for Mansakunda Jele for 22 years. I'm more wrong. Hani Mansakunda membije for 1 year, ni oxygen bantalopta auto. And you have no genuine reason why among oxygen supply sort of that is negligence on behalf of the government. Ni more farther from that situation, the government should be sued for it. You understand? But Jammeh fangomu peaceful moleti. And naketa Jammeh manke peaceful moti. Tendum be kacha menke can be regarding the Gambia would have been different. Maybe in Sierra Leone na experience o mbe dia kachala be. Maybe Liberia experience mbe wala kachala be. Molka fole ko Jammeh boritale because of ECOWAS le ko ba attack la. Maybe because mo malo membe mo kungo kono wala miro kono. But na konum tita dula tendum be maybe we're still in a civil war for all you know. So why it and ko Jammeh is a peaceful person. And Jammeh la audio be moy, ala diamo be moy. Aka fole ko bankola tanko is paramount. It's very important. So ala na is not going to threaten anybody. Trauma nyinga, I understand that it's going to happen. It's going to trigger people. Already it's triggering people jandi bajela, especially Niaje. But I have a feeling Gambia la majority still will give Jammeh an open door for him to return.
Okay.
So,
majority because of Munabe caring, Gambia be nun damen kunung, and in Gambia be damen B, Mole Ajeleko, yes, Gambia was the quality of livelihoods that we had before Barrow came, and in B, Afatata Bakele. So a lot of Gambians say okay, yes, Molko President Jammeh XYZ, but at a time more, a lot of things the men face can be in Buka face nun Jammeh Latamo. So this is why people still welcoming Puruna Natarek. It's good for Banko Nyingi reconcile once and for all nga unite nga tanga Banko do ko nyama.
But
Lamin, I'm gonna okay, Ibrahim, go ahead.
So Lamin, are you saying ila position is that reconciliation or but reconciliation to sort of take the place of rule of law and accountability in the sense of okay, nying allegation will be jele pruman sakunda so wala nga lua lata nyaming in terms of some of the allegations belarin Jamaica you know, or are you just saying reconciliation mansakunda and the focus the completely?
I think Abedam and B, it will be difficult to conclude because Malong Jammeh be munafola naketa ba interview lale wala he'll have a testimony idea. But from now, from Bedam and B looking at the situation, I think accountability nyanta kelale 100% accountability for the result lale in prosecuting Jammeh or not. Accountability nyanta kelale molia long juma wole munke so that we don't experience the same thing again. All right? Wanyanta kelale. So whether wobekela prosecution or till later is a different matter. Bontenga menjije wolem. Mol sita TRC le ikontelenga nyini but they're walking freely on Gambian soil.
It's true.
Yeah, jele. So therefore, going forward, accountability nyanta kelale 100%. Nga long jumale muneke. For tonya President Jammeh ya tumi menna I londo sotale jele bang for at participate tale in the pre-planning or participate tale in the act or participate tale in the cover-up. We just want to know that. Ya jele. Na bota wato nga si nga jube kom banku doli ya kenyameng nga alfatia ta nyoe nga Gambia la nyato bindi we build the nation. If na keta government ko or there's compelling evidence by prosecutor or to government bonte fe reconciliation ole be fenkala because Gambia be dameng san cool dunta nyoko la and the people melko ntelanga nyini ke wata President Jammeh metol ki barola masakunda man tera wol prosecutor so if a Jammeh nyini la munela munekam but we don't know Jammeh be munefola so it's difficult pour ka foko ha nyanta prosecutor ni Jammeh natala ko ha nga kari de mem fatante ngalo ntelanga mol ki ko altalia for no just cause. Then the state will say, all right, the evidence is too strong, too compelling. It depends.
Okay. Lamin, I think two things. I am tempted to bring Mr. Njai, but Lamin Mbaye. But I just want you to address a couple of issues, then I bring Mbaye in.
Yeah.
You know, I think people watching would say, you know, maybe ika cool Sonia Ninyameng Amantara Wenyama. In the sense that, okay, Tonyala truth consideration process less sorta, more natale fintide diamuda. But what is making all of this complicated and difficult is the fact that we've heard from Jammeh so many times, but we have never had him address the issues at the TRRC, the allegations against him. He has never addressed remorse. And the man on some form, maybe Nana Ranum from I4. I tend to more like, okay, maybe ngakele with the wrong information or whatever. I don't want to excuse whatever behavior menkeda. But the problem is we have not heard from Jammeh about this. He does not seem to sound remorseful about it. And still not diameter, he sounds very threatening. You know, it's about I'm gonna come binale adiatale manna ninata mentamu Gambia tal balo nale. So I think you can understand why people are anxious about his coming back. And then just like you rightly said, I'm also to be many alonko hanibi ya kanule. We are aware, allegedly, that there are still people in the security forces, many alonko, they are very loyal to him up to this day. So wale mumola problem ori, you can understand, I believe, why people are anxious, and you know, the vast majority of, at least based on the comments in Kamenja online, a lot of people don't want him to come, at least not now. Because Nana, as it's a recipe for chaos and violence. Can you understand that?
Yeah, I understand that, but I think 100% Momoko Jamela na represents chaos and violence. Wamari be molesiland kandrong. I think 100%. Then President Jammeh Nata and the states takes responsibility of providing him security. And then maybe I have some accommodation or they give him accommodation. There'll be absolutely nothing else that's going to happen apart from the fact that Tonya Nata, a lot of people will suddenly start heading towards our arrival to welcome him back. That's not going to threaten anybody's security. The state ninja merenyanta diamola, and look at how it's going to come. So molning ibemem fokanko Jammeh has not expressed remorse. Jammeh man platform also to among opportunities to since about a mansayato abe diamola damen candidly ya nyininka questionola. What's up diamoning campaign time, Diamo Mama Candela campaign is totally different from Ninin Jammeh Sita, and you have a formal meeting and you ask him questions about the allegations leveled against him.
Okay, I think that's a very, very good point. I had the lead counsel of the TRRC here, Esafal, and then I asked why Jammeh was not at the TRRC. You know, I reason Mendy. I think I will leave that to the lawyers. But thank God, the lawyer sort of Jammeh, I told me lawyer currently, but in most of the Jammeh Alonko, I'm you know, a practicing legal person lady, ex-magistrate Lamin Mbaye. Lamin Mbaye was the principal magistrate at the Banjul Magistrate's Court. I do KJ for so many years. Bankola high-profile cases Jamal El Furatama Wato Menabenunje. Not